I'm Melvin Greer, Chief Data Scientist Americas at Intel Corporation. I'm happy to participate in this threatcast for the Army and ASU focused on AI-enabled warfare 10 years from now. I'm speaking to you as a scientist and independent researcher and academician, and I'll focus today on three main areas. The first is managing data in a fully connected state. 10 years from now, we will see that artificial intelligence is very different from any of the other technologies we've ever used in the battlefield, asymmetrical or otherwise. The technology will be focused on a fight not between just military soldiers or bullets and missiles, but more specifically, data versus data, AI algorithms versus AI algorithms. And this will happen in a fully connected, converged state where all data, sensors, the warfighter, space, all of the environments and all of the technologies that support the IT environment will be fully integrated and fully connected. This will have a significant impact on the structure and integration associated for a strategic advantage over an adversary. Not likely least of which is focused on cyber warfare and adversarial machine learning or deep learning. But it does highlight a very serious gap in terms of data literacy. We need to find ways to make the warfighter data literate at every level. The ability to harness the power of data and be able to apply it in every battlefield situation will be a key advantage. And being able to understand how to close the gaps associated with data literacy in warfighting is going to be a significant activity. Second is this idea of international competitiveness and cooperation. Clearly, there's a question about, well, if other nation states are participating in the use of artificial intelligence-enabled warfare, what are the boundaries or guidelines that the United States ought to position itself into? Well, in 2030, this question will be enhanced with an understanding that military superiority in the United States will have vanished. And so there won't be any gap between us and our adversaries' ability to wage an algorithmic AI-enabled warfare. And this will lead us to deal with some very significant non-technical issues that will improve and enhance our competitiveness and the use of AI. First is the gap we have in education. In 2030, we will no longer be able to operate in a situation where we have people who are meeting or are receiving multiple levels in variations of education. We will need to close the inequality gap around education so that we have active participants not only from a warfighter perspective but across all areas of the civilization. We will need to focus more attention on the income gap and the inequality in income and wealth. It's going to be important because we want full participation, and we're going to require full participation of all people in our civilization and in our country in order to meet the challenges associated with AI-enabled warfare 10 years from now. And probably one of the things we need to emphasize is this refocus on data literacy. Not just in terms of the data literacy of the warfighter, but data literacy of the citizen data scientist. We can no longer afford in 2030 a situation where citizens do not know how to harness the power of data to achieve an outcome. And it will raise some significant questions around what kinds of institutions we want to have, both in the national security community, but also in the community at large. We will certainly, in 2030, refocus on innovation. And there will be a convergence of biomimicry and bioconvergence with advanced computing, as well as a refocus on cognitive enhancement so that we can do more neuromorphic capabilities and learn in ways that are outside of the programming we have in our current narrow AI. It will require the development of new institutions and the reshaping of existing institutions. As the virtual and physical spaces in which we operate merge, augmented, virtual, and physical realities will become much more than a gaming platform. What they will actually become is a global communication platform for all operations, including military battlefield operations, medical and language skills at the battlefield edge, and the ability to gain a competitive advantage from a data perspective. Last is the responsible and ethical use of AI. And as human enhancement via artificial intelligence continues to grow, as we continue to unlock the human genome and find ways to enhance human strength, sight, hearing, speed, we will put stress on the military policies and ethics that guide the use of artificial intelligence. And 10 years from now, we will be asking ourselves more about whether we should do something as opposed to whether we can do something. There will be a significant focus 10 years from now on our ability to grow emotional intelligence just as much as it is on artificial intelligence. And the United States will have a clear understanding of whether or not it wants to be part of an entanglement with its competitors or adversaries, or a disentanglement strategy with its adversaries when it comes to AI-enabled warfare. What's difficult is that there is no existing playbook to these challenges around privacy, cyber warfare, open source data, use of social media data, and the moral conundrums associated with artificial intelligence. So I'm excited that we'll get a chance to review the work from this committee, and I look forward to seeing the outcome in the report.